film apocalypse movies. Sunday morning. You cannot see, but it's like almost 8.
I recently finished The Man Who Saw Everything by Deborah Levy. I like introspective stories, but this was perhaps a little bit too sad for my taste. I sort of wanted like answers to the mysteries. I think for me personally, I just didn't connect to the subject matter as much. It's not my favorite subject, but still I was really interested in reading it and I didn't feel like not finishing it. I was really curious to find out what's gonna happen, and I love the writing style. And I remember that I like V. Schwab's books, and there was a recommendation to read The Darker Side of Magic, and I wanted to pick it up, but then I was like, okay, chat, tell me if I'm gonna like it. And he was like, no, I think you're gonna like The Invisible Life of Eddie LaRue much better. Still Schwab, but much more emotional and contemplative, and deal with devil, art, loneliness, and living forever, told in a tender, reflective tone. And this really felt like my vibe, and indeed, it ended up being successful because I'm 50% through, and I'm really enjoying it, except for the part where there's romantic interest, because I don't think I'm really vibing with romantic stuff. I kind of find it a little naive and silly when there's romantic interests in books that take up such deep topics of living forever and what's the purpose of life, you know what I mean? But that's just my personal vibe, and perhaps, yeah, I don't know, maybe I just don't know many good romantic books. If you have recommendations, give me some recommendations on romantic romance books that I might enjoy. So I finished The Invisible Life of Eddie LaRue, which is this book, and I rated it 4 stars. I thought it was lovely. It had a lot of things that I really liked about it. The storyline when there's a strong female character that has special abilities and powers, and it kind of reminded me a little bit of one of my favorite TV shows from childhood that I rewatch every now and then, which is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I love the show so much. I just couldn't connect to the characters. Like, I didn't believe the realness of them. Like, for example, if you compare it to Sally Rooney's characters that feel really human, because this is how we live. We don't fit into the plot, so to speak. So overall, I really enjoyed listening to it. I did think it was a tad too long for the story that it was, because for 17 hours I felt like it's around 450, 500 pages, and the romantic plot of it was feeling a little bit too plotty, a little shallow for me. If they will be together, if they will be apart, and all the rest. I know when I was 16, 18, 22, I would have loved this. I would have believed it much more, but now, like, a little bit more life experience, it just makes me kind of feel, you know, this is not how it happens in real life, kind of. And I would even say that the complexity of the story, like the meaning of life and the mark that you made on the world and what it means to live without recognition or connections and things like that, these are very philosophical, deep, cool topics that I would have loved for this book to explore even more. And I really like the structure of the book, where it went like present, past, but it still felt a little flat in comparison to the books I normally like, which is like all fours, intermezzo, or August Blue, for example. Maybe it's wrong to compare these because they live in different universes and stuff. It did feel more deep and more introspective than Vicious that I read by the same author. I'm thinking about books like these as if it's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, my favorite TV show, so I'm kind of just trying to enjoy it on that level, despite the fact that I'm curious to read other books by V. Schwab, definitely, because I do really like her as an author, definitely, 100%. So I'm going through a phase where I don't want to put any makeup on my face. I'm trying to up my skincare game. I'm trying some new things out. Nothing concrete to share yet, but I'm just not feeling like putting anything on my face right now. So that's why I'm like doing no makeup month or whatever. But I did get this new highlighter. Not concealer, highlighter, and I want to try it on my skin because I got it and I'm curious how it is. So it's just gonna be like skincare and highlighter. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk highlighter. Basically, I just have, wait, let me zoom out. But basically, I just do skincare and SPF for the day, and that's it for now. I'm also trying this drink with caffeine, but it's kind of giving Red Bull, so which I hate. So, and I got a new book. I got Small Worlds by Caleb Azuma Nelson. I went again to the secondhand bookstore. I'm gonna take you there once, but it's small, so I feel a bit awkward doing it because everybody can see that you're with the camera or you're filming. But this is the name of the bookstore. I got this book, I'm really curious. One of the friends who I met from TikTok, actually, she recommended, and she said that's one of her favorite books. So I'm gonna give it a try. I'm choosing what to read next. I feel like I want something gripping, something that's gonna immerse me. That's what I wanted from the LaRue. It was not completely gripping. I want something that will make me feel in a way, but I don't know what. I don't have any holds right now, actually. I just have my physical TBR, which is, I'm gonna show you. So all of this is my physical TBR right now, and I don't have any holds, so I'm just gonna pick something from here. Curious to read this one as well, but it's kind of long-ish, and I don't feel like a long book right now. It's 400 pages almost. I also was gonna read Stoner, because I started it, but I didn't continue, and I know it's gonna immerse me, but I don't want to be devastated. And I have this really nice smelling sample of perfume from Diptyque. Here it smells a little bit peppery and a little bit like leaves. Lovely. Yeah, I know that this one is going to be the most immersive because many people have reported. So should I just do Stoner? Actually, all of these 3 books are about male characters. So that's kind of funny because normally I read female characters. So for my next read, I decided to read Small World by Caleb Zuma Nelson, and I've never read anything by the author before, and I'm really curious to find out. I'm kind of going into it blind, except for a recommendation of a friend who told me that it's amazing. So yeah, I'm excited. I also know that it's going to be poetic and about dancing, which sounds cool. I'm going to a friend because I need to babysit, and I'm gonna just disassemble my puzzle that I was working hard on and just bring it to her because we're gonna exchange our puzzles so we can do each other puzzles. So the moment of truth, I'm just gonna break this one now. That feels so cool. I never broke a puzzle before. It's my first time. Wow. Literally, get a puzzle. Best 20 bucks I ever spent. Amazing. Such a fun time. You can listen to audiobooks while doing it. Say hi. Skажи hi. Hi. And I'm gonna start reading this book right now. One thing I did notice is that there is a listen to the playlist of this book because I'm already seeing some song names here.